Good day, everybody. Jeremy Reddick here, and thank you for purchasing the Field Adjusters Assessment Packet. In this video, I'm going to guide you through everything you happen to need to know about the assessment packet so that you can use it through your career, no matter what carriers you're working for, no matter what insurance adjustment companies you're working for, no matter what. So if you've gotten the email already, you've gotten the link to download the actual Word document that is the Field Adjusters Assessment Packet, go ahead and save that to a folder. Now, right here, I have the folder that I hold all of my template documents in. I don't know if you do something similar to that. If you don't, I recommend that you do, or at least do it for these assessment packets. And the reason why I say that is that I like to have all of my assessment packets here in one place. So if I decide to make a change to it, if you decide there's something about it that you don't like and you want to change something to it, you don't have to jump around through all these different folders or go on a wild goose chase trying to find the assessment packets that you made up for all the different companies that you work for. So put them all in one, and that way when you're actually importing them into Xactimate, you don't have to go searching around for that as well. So I have them all in here. This one right here, this is the actual template that that you just received. So I'm going to open this up. Oh, actually I already had it open. So I have it right here. So as it is right here, you should make some changes to it, because if you take a look for the company name, I just have company name. So what you would want to do, the best strategy here, after you have this already saved to a template documents folder, like right up here, go ahead and just Control C and then Control V as you need it. So that's just copy and paste. Now, after it's been pasted, if you see the ones up here, what I do, I'll take the template out, and for the firm, I'll put the abbreviation for the firm. You know, let's say I am working for, Worley Catastrophe Response. I don't even know if they're called by that anymore. So WCR is what I would put. And then for the carrier, let's just say it's Liberty Mutual. I'll put Liberty Mutual, or I'll put the abbreviation for it, LM, something like that. And that's all. So that immediately identifies with me that it's Worley, it's Liberty Mutual, blah, 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 blah. All right, and I keep the template one just as it always is. So let's go into the template real quick, and I'll guide you through a few things. Now, most of this template is already done. You don't need to worry about anything. There's just a couple things that you'll need to change, preferably 3 things, and I'm going to show you what they are. Company name. This is the adjustment company that you are working for, not the carrier. The carrier would be right down below. So if you're working for the same carrier, but you work for that carrier on a couple different adjustment companies, that's where you would differentiate. Now, you have those 2 things that you would change. Now, the only other thing, the one thing that's going to take you more time to do than anything else, it's going to be the fee schedule right here. So I would take my fee schedule. If this is really important, if you're actually doing the billing yourself and you don't have that fee schedule to constantly look at and see what exact amount you should be billing the insurance carrier for, here you would do the you could actually put that in. For this, I just have the gross and the net. So I have the amount that I would be invoicing the insurance company, what it says typically on the fee scale itself, and then I have the amount of that I will actually be taking from that, whether it's 60%, 65%, 70%. I do all of my calculations ahead of time. Now, the range I would put right here. So what I would do, let's say that I have, it is $0 to $2,500, right? That's the first tier. And in that first tier, they might be invoicing $295. What I try to do, just in case I leave this clipboard around, I don't like to put those dollar amounts in there. I'll just put $295. That way it's a little bit more ambiguous if you happen to leave your clipboard laying around and an insured sees it. So $295, all right? Then I would calculate if I'm collecting 60% of that, that's $295 multiplied by 0.6, 177. I'll put the 177 there, and then I will hit tab, and that brings me to the next one. Then from there, I would go 2,500, go 5,000, so on and so on. Now, of course, everything else in here, you really would fill out as you're using it. Third-party involvement. Maybe you would put something in there like Contractor Joe, because you already know it, or you could just write that by hand. Other notes, this is stuff I normally would fill in ahead of time if this particular insurance carrier likes their inspections done a certain way. I'll put a note right down there so I constantly have it no matter what claim that I'm doing. Now, what's great about this, now this is only one page. If you do have another page like a underwriting checklist or some sort of interior declination form or something crazy like that, you can always just go down to the next page and insert that stuff as well. Insert whatever additional documents that you need in the next page. And if you can utilize the actual Xactimate tokens to customize every single one, then you're moving so much faster. So once you have everything here already done up, it's super simple. Once you're inside of Xactimate, you go to your print button. All right. Oh, yes, I do want to resequence. Once you go to print, you would go to your documents tab, and underneath the template docs, here are all of mine right here. You would go to import, then you would find the file, insert it in. So you see I have that firm carrier right here. So just for example, I would double click that. As soon as I got my claim, I created the file, it came through Xactimate, whatever the case, I would go into here, the template docs, and I would open it up. And right now it's not populating everything because I'm in my, I was just working on my macro. And you would have everything in here, everything would populate, print out the first notice of loss, put a paper clip on it, whatever your system is, you're good to go. And what I would do also, depending on how you do your accounting, when you have this fee scale all finished up, you see the little check mark right there. I would usually put like a little check if, depending on where the estimate fell. So I know later when I do my accounting, I know what it should be at. And once you do all of that, your assessment packet is good to go. I am in my six-figure macro right here. I'm not going to tell you about it. You can find it at the store. But if you check it out, it's a real super awesome way to get your estimate structured, organized, and everything like that. Instead of working with a blank canvas, check this out, coverage A dwelling, coverage B other structures. It just kind of automatically puts this, and I have a couple folders with tons and tons of line items. That's about as far into that as I'm going to go. If you want to know more about that, just go to the adjuster-shop.com, look up the six-figure macro. It's on there. There's a video that guides you through the entire thing. Either way, that's that. Thank you for purchasing the Field Adjusters Assessment Packet. If you have any questions, just contact our support team. We'll be glad to help, and I'll see you out on the next one.